Hello everybody, I wanted to make a quick follow-up video to my dissociative identity video that I released almost a year ago now. So I know it's been a while. But I wanted to talk about why people fake dissociative identity disorder or Tourette's syndrome. These things that they're faking, it doesn't make sense to want to fake. Now, originally I looked into something called Munchausen syndrome. Now, Munchausen syndrome is when you believe, is when you want to have something wrong with you, so your brain sort of like makes it feel like you have something wrong with you, and people with Munchausen syndrome obviously don't really realize they have Munchausen syndrome. They don't really realize maybe that they want to have a disorder, and that's what's causing them to experience these symptoms, and that definitely probably plays a part in it. But as I looked into it more, I realized that people experiencing these sorts of things are likely experiencing a psychogenic illness, or more specifically a mass psychogenic illness, which is when a group of people start feeling sick at the same time, even though there's no physical or environmental reason for them to be sick. So this is the same reason you've heard stories of groups of teenagers in high school starting to experience symptoms of Tourette's after watching people on TikTok experience those things. They're experiencing a psychogenic illness. And when your friends are experiencing a psychogenic illness, it leads you more prone to experiencing those same psychogenic illnesses. Now, this led me into a type of psychogenic illness called a conversion disorder. Now, a conversion disorder can be very, very, very dangerous if you don't understand what's happening. So a conversion disorder is when your brain thinks something is happening, and so you have sort of like a psychogenic response. So your body may you may experience things like all of these things listed here: physical and sensory problems such as paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, or seizures. Now, it depends on the situations, and the more stressed you are, the more likely you are to experience a conversion disorder. But one of the big things people with conversion disorders can experience is amnesia, and one of the big things in dissociative identity disorder is amnesia. So this is a perfect explanation for why people think they have dissociative identity disorder. Is because they're experiencing some symptoms that align with dissociative identity disorder. They're seeing all these people on TikTok who are having it, so then they start to experience those symptoms because of conversion disorder and because of psychogenic illnesses. And as I looked into this more, I realized this conversion disorder that people are experiencing, where they feel physically sick even though they don't actually have a reason, is the exact same reason cops think they're having overdoses on fentanyl. Now, this is a very out of left field subject, but you've probably heard in the news recently a lot of cops saying that they are overdosing on fentanyl just from getting exposure. And yet it's been found time and time again that people who have exposure to fentanyl without ingesting it very likely will not even experience effects of fentanyl, let alone not nearly enough to experience an overdose. We can go ahead and watch this clip here.
Station found a white substance that he suspected was drugs in this red Jeep. It tested positive for fentanyl on the scene.
That stuff's no joke, dude. It's super dangerous.
Unfortunately, he was already quickly exposed to it.
I was like, hey, dude, too close. You can't get that close to it. A couple seconds later, he took some steps back and he collapsed.
So that symptom of collapsing would fall right into this paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, or seizures. It's sort of a psychogenic response. It's your body making you think you should have these reactions, and so you do. So what do Tourette's, dissociative identity disorder, and people and cops believing they're overdosing on fentanyl all have in common? It's people not realizing that they're faking something, even though they are, because their bodies are having a psychogenic response to these things. The way to treat this is to educate people and understand about how actual disorders work, and that just because you think you have it does not mean you have it. And if you're experiencing symptoms, it could be related to the fact that you think you have it, so your body's giving you a psychogenic response to make you feel like you're experiencing those symptoms. Anyways, I just wanted to make a quick video talking about that because it's just something that I find really interesting. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in a year, I guess.